Okay, welcome to this brief tutorial on how to use Google Maps to plan out your trip. The first thing we need to do is to go to Google Maps. So if you Google the word maps, it should come up, or just enter in this address here. I'm going to open it up. And you should see a screen like this, of course, when you open it up. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in my address. So right now I'm at school, so 880 Bissell Avenue in Richmond. And it'll take me here. Okay, so underneath the address, you should see a little direction crooked arrow thing. You can type in that arrow. And when you do that, what this automatically does is it puts the address you typed in as your ending address. So if you want to type that address in first, that's fine. If not, we can use these toggles to switch it. And I'll show you that in a moment. But first, let's choose which ending address that we're going to put in. So I'm starting at the school, and let's say I want to go to Walnut Creek, the Dunkin' Donuts in Walnut Creek. Now, because this is an establishment that I've searched many times, I can easily type in Dunkin' Donuts in Walnut Creek, and then the address will come up. But in your case, the address that you're putting in should be the address that you were given, so your actual address. Don't try and do too many searches in here because it could lead you to the wrong address. Okay, so you would type in the address you want to go to. And again, I'm starting at the school and I want to get to the Dunkin' Donuts in Walnut Creek, so I'm going to just reverse it using these arrows to toggle. Okay, so now this is my starting, this is my ending. The directions that automatically pop up are usually, the top ones are usually driving directions, but they'll give you a couple of options. So if you want to drive, great. They're usually the first ones you see. If you want to see only driving directions, click on the car at the very top. If you want to see public transportation directions only, click on that one. And of course, there's some other options that you'll see here. But for us, we mostly will focus on driving or taking public transit. Now, the directions and times are usually estimates given at the time that you put it in. So right now, all of this is saying it will take 50 minutes if I was driving right now at this hour at this time. And the same thing if I'm leaving right now if I want to take public transit. But let's say I don't want to do this right now. I want to leave or arrive at Dunkin' Donuts next Monday. So for me, that will be March 13th. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on where it says leave now. If you click on that drop down menu, you will see there's other options: leave now, depart at, meaning you're leaving at that time, arriving by this time, or the last available time. For me, I want to arrive by 9 a.m., so I'll click on that. And I said Monday, so let me change the time first. If you click on the time, or you can use these arrows to toggle back and forth, I'm going to find 9 a.m. And I'm just going to scroll. Oops, that's 10:30. That's not what I wanted. Let's change that. Oh, here goes 9 a.m. And I said I want to do this on Monday. So again, you can use the arrows to click over, or if you click on the text itself, it will go straight to the calendar. You can pick your date. All right, so I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts. I want to arrive by 9 a.m. on Monday, and I'm taking public transportation. Here are all the options that I have. And the first one is the one where the route will be highlighted. If you click on the next one, for example, that route will be highlighted. And so they'll highlight the routes that you click on. Like, for example, I click on this one here, that route is highlighted. And therefore, you can zoom in and see what your route looks like. The blue portions of the routes are where you're walking, and then because this is the San Francisco Millbrae line, that's highlighted in red, so it highlights the train lines as well. You can use the little summary to see what you're going to be doing. So for example, this is a bus icon. I'm take that bus first, then I would take the BART along this line, and then I would take this BART line, have two BART symbols, so I must transfer somewhere, and then I would take another bus, and then I'd have to walk. So all of these symbols are giving you a snapshot of what you're going to be doing for your route. Okay, once you have the route that you prefer, you can choose which one you want. You can click in and see some details to get a better sense. So maybe this is the route I want, maybe this is not the route I want. And here it gives you the details, and it shows you like a time by time, like how long you'll be walking, just 2 minutes for the walk. But in the bus ride will be about 7 minutes, another 5 minutes, etc. It gives you a sense of what the times will be like. You may want to send these directions to yourself, so that's easy too. Once you click on the details, you can click on this icon and it'll send it to your phone if you put in your phone information or your email address. You can also just choose to just copy the link and email it to yourself if you want to, and it'll give you the information, or print it out. All right. Let's type in one more address so we can just see a little bit different. Like in San Francisco, let's say I want to go to Golden Gate Park. So you can see what some of those icons look like in San Francisco. So when you do that, if I'm going from our school to San Francisco, you will see the icon to walking BART. So if I took this route, I would have to transfer somewhere. And then here is when you're looking at the Muni routes that you'll be taking, okay? Just give you a sense of what's happening. Any of the gray routes that you see are alternative options. If you're interested in taking, these are alternative options. So you can always click on a route and get a sense of how you would get there via that route. All right, last but not least. So let's say that I am going to Golden Gate Park, and I know I want to arrive by 9 a.m. on Monday. And let's say I choose to stay there an hour, so I want to depart by or depart at 10 a.m. So I'm planning on just staying an hour. So now I'm planning my return trip is what I'm doing. And I would simply click on the 10 a.m. Depart at. Now my addresses are I'm starting at school and ending at Golden Gate Park. I want to flip that by just hitting this reverse toggle, and then there we go. So now I can plan my reverse trip as well. And the same things happen. You can always send the email to yourself and choose different routes. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and good luck with your trip planning.